Well, the Black Widow struck again. Let's talk about it.
Ain't it obvious? I just got the check for the positive. 750 for the sound wave to get it processed. Won't stop till that shit weighing down my pockets. My main things to my main thing, she a blossom. When she ease the pain with the brain, she a doctor. She open up anything thicker than the plot gets. Swear that shit is awesome. Sight for the optics. Young nigga on top, Nike's all I'm rocking. So that all they see is checks from where the head to where the socks fit. No logo on the bifocal, flicking no roach tips. Won't even show my face until all the shows book. Need the cash in advance, leave them all so shook. I'm the guy they chosen. Rise up like the rose and put them on a poster. All the way up in the sky where the stars posted. Sip it on that rose, I put it down on coasters. Stack francs from the waves till I own the ocean. More praises for the sayings, let it all soak in. They like, hey, that shit is flame, bitch, I know I rode. They going tight, dumb.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is going to be my review for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 12, Episode 8, Droop. So, we come back into the workroom, and, everybody... Jan is still in the midst of her breakdown from not winning, but she's steady pinning the tail on Britta about... She says she's frustrated that she didn't win the challenge because she's like, this is what I do. And everybody understands that frustration. But she said the reason she was crying was because her best friend left. And she kept saying that over and over again. And nobody buys that. Nobody buys that. Nobody buys what she's selling. Nobody, listen, sis, just say I'm pissed off and I'm in tears and I'm upset because I should have won this challenge. And yes, ma'am, you should have won the challenge. However, it just didn't happen. So you're understandably in your feelings. It's not that you're wrong. You could have just said, I'm in my feelings because I felt like I should have won, and just kept it moving, and everybody would have just respected that as your feelings because everybody else had that same feeling as well. Maybe except for Gigi Good. But everybody else, father, felt that same way. So we then come back the next day. Listen, Jan is still talking about, she's sad that Britta's gone and they know them in New York. And she was like, well, at least if Britta had gone, they could have been consoled by the fact that she won a challenge. Girl, what is you talking about? That don't even, okay. No, ma'am. Nope. Oh, Jan. There's no George Glass that goes to our school. No. Nope. And nope. And nope. So we get to the mini challenge. First of all, Ru was in this gorgeous red flowered Clark Epstein Parker suit. It's absolutely gorgeous. Listen, you looked like springtime. So RuPaul comes and says we're doing a mini challenge, and this is where you serve your friend a little sugar along with a lot of shade. So the Fat Fit Fun Box sponsored the mini challenge, and what they did was they curated the Fat Fit Fun box for each other, being shady and the reasons why. Gigi Good and Jackie Cox won the challenge, and then Ru announced the Maxi Challenge, which is going to be the product placement selling. So, which is also a part of being America's Next Drag Star. You have to be able to do product placements, lifestyle brands, the whole shebang, merch, all of that. You have to be a good salesman. So, the extra special guest today is just Shaka Khan and Bob Harper, the fitness guru, is going to be their consultant this week. So RuPaul comes around to do the walk-arounds. She talks to Heidi, and Heidi says she wants to sell this lotion because it keeps your skin... I can't whistle between my teeth. My gap is not big enough, but it's soft and supple. That's the best I can do. That's the best I got. That's all I got for you. They have a conversation, and Heidi is listening. Clearly, Heidi is clearly listening and taking in the critiques and adjusting every week. So RuPaul says to her, "You don't think you should call it Heidi's hydrating something? You just like the alliteration is just right there." And she was like, it just rolls off the tongue. And Heidi was like, okay, I'll definitely take that into consideration. As soon as Bob and Heidi walked away, Heidi scratched the name of her stuff out and put Heidi's hydration. Listen, you better take the notes and apply them. You seen what happened when RuPaul done gave these sharing notes and they nobody. Listen. Oh, God. Okay. That did another couple table reads. Nothing really jazzy happened. So we then get on to let's talk about the actual Maxi Challenge and then we'll get to the looks in the runway. So they they show the commercials. Heidi's commercial was freaking hilarious. Oh wait, did I say who won the mini challenge? I'm sorry. Yes, I did. I said Gigi and Jackie Cox won the mini challenge. They won $1,000 gift card and a year of FabFitFun. So, Heidi's commercial for Heidi's hydration lotion, which was made partly of the tears of a drag queen, and when she cried into that jar. Heidi is freaking hilarious. So Heidi again took the notes that she was given when she was doing her commercial with Bob directing. Bob said to her, you know, it seems like when the camera comes on, all of your life and vivacious just disappears. But when the camera goes off, what you're doing when the camera is off is what needs to happen when the camera is on. Be yourself, show your personality. And Heidi turned it on a dime and hilarious. You hear me? Hilarious. So Gigi Goods was horse and pucky. You hear me? Horse pucky. Jan's commercial, while it wasn't horrible, it's just like she has all the energy of Alyssa Edwards with none of the personality. Like Jan is always at 100, just like Alyssa is at 100. But Alyssa has the personality and the smarts and the zingers to hit you with that Jan just doesn't seem to. She's not equipped, or she doesn't have that same. She just doesn't have the same. She just it's not no. You just get energy. Oh God, that's all like all the time, and she never reins it in. That she doesn't pick and choose where she wants to put it. Like Jed is very what she's such a pick me. I'm great. Pick me. Pick me. That's the energy that Jan's like, oh my God. Like she's literally Jan she so wants attention that she's always on 750. Sis, slow down. You don't have to do all of that. You don't have to do a flip and a back flip and a right hand spring turn and then cheer real loud and then do a herky and all of those other terms that come along with gymnastics and cheerleading that I don't know. And you just don't have to do all of that, baby. But she is always giving you her 150% and it's too much and I need you to dial it back. Learn to edit, baby, because you just too much. I'm tired. I'm tired of talking. Widow Von Du had absolutely no jokes. Like, I don't understand what happened. Like, I feel like she got lost. Like, she maybe thought I don't even think she thought what she was doing was funny. Like, I feel like she got lost and wasn't sure how to take the notes and turn them into, and she was devastated because she loved Shaka Khan. And she didn't want to fall on her face in front of Shaka Khan, but clearly that is what happened. She fell on her face in front of Shaka Khan. Who else? Jackie Cox was very retro. I loved every second of her commercial. And her and the thing, poof, poster up here. Like, I love Jackie Cox. I love how her mind works. Crystal Method did very, very well. Hers was absolutely hilarious. That damn mullet, Jesus, fix it. Also, Jada Essence Hall. Baby. She said, this is what took me out within the first 30 seconds. So she said, hey, bitch, you might remember me from Bad Acting and Grey's Anatomy. Done. I was done at that point. Give her the prize. She wins. That thing took me all the way down to the ground. Like, it was funny to me. Do you hear me? It was funny to me, Jesus. So, of course, Nobody is sent off of the stage. Everybody gets critiques. They ask everybody who the infamous question, who should go home. Everybody says the widow, Vondu, because hers was not good. And I'm very glad the widow didn't do that sellout shit and say, I guess me, since everybody else said me. She was like, no, Jan sucks too. Let me, I'm not going down alone. That bitch did bad too. It's not just me. Look at her, don't look at me. Here for it. Absolutely. Here for it. She said, I'm not going down alone, bitches. I'm not. So we're gonna discuss the licks and talk about who was in top and the bottom lip sync, and then we'll be done. This is not gonna be I don't think this is gonna be very long. And of course the pictures should appear because we're gonna edit. We're gonna do some editing. Ow, ow, bow, 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 ow, 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 ow. So it was Black Wedding was the theme. RuPaul in this green luau dress looking like $1 million gazillion with this big blonde wig. Mama Ru giving you body oddy. Yes, ma'am, Pam. You did that. So our first runner up to the stage is Jackie Cox. Jackie Cox is very Jacqueline Onassis. I'm not sure if I'm at the funeral or and my veil is just too long, or I'm at a wedding. I'm not sure, but she looked very stately, I think is the word that I want to use, but it was absolutely gorgeous. Can I just say no one did terrible? No one did terrible on this runway. Let's see. Is there? Oh, here we go. Okay. There's nobody. I took a bunch of pictures. Okay, so Jan's. Okay, hold on, let me go. Jan had this gorgeous gown with plumes coming out of the front and this long veil. It was beautiful. It was, everybody did really well on this runway. Like, I can't wait for y'all to see the actual pictures. Like that dress that Jan had on, bitch. Now look here, fucking Jada Essence Hall, bitch. Listen, let me tell you something. Don't you not listen. That hair was right with God. That makeup was clean and done and beat for Jehovah himself. She was very rich, bitch. Look at my ring is the size of a saucer. Come skate on it, bitch. Like you could just never. Rich bitch of Beverly Hills, and my favorite color is black, so get into my wedding beam. Listen, body was right, dress was right, hair was right, face was right. Then there was Miss Gigi Good, who was giving us very high fashion. High fashions, hi honey, high fashions. Then there was Sherry Pie. Sherry Pie was giving you very Bride of Frankenstein, Edward Scissorhands. Let's do the time warp again. That's the vibe. My God, on today. Heidi in closet. Bitch, daughter, niece, sisterin. That dress, listen. The way that the shoulders came around and the black lacing up the front and the makeup was all right. And ma'am. And she had the little tiny veil on the top like she was Kojic, and she had the little doily on top. Bitch, you just, whew. Now, Widow Vondu, bitch. First of all, Widow Vondu had this absolutely stunning black satin beaded. She had this beaded gown on and this satin overskirt. And then she had this beaded veil. But when she pulled up that mask, I took a picture just of her fucking face. Bitch, you can't tell me. Hey, what is it? What was it? It looked like her eyes were a spider's body and like she had the legs coming out of her eyelashes. Her face was a work of art. Listen. Very okay. And then we had Crystal Method, who was very Undead Bride, Beetlejuicy. She gave me a very Beetlejuice vibe, and I was absolutely here for Dead Man's Bride. So we get to our tops. It was Heidi, Jada, and Crystal. Heidi won. I'm so excited for her. She takes notes, and Rue literally said, she was like, Heidi first. Heidi said, she was like, I'll be more than happy to give Rue 2.3% of the profits for the name. And RuPaul was like, I'm so glad you decided to take notes. It shows that you're listening, but I would like you to know I now own 51% of Heidi Hydrates. Tickled me. I'm so proud of Heidi. Listen, I'm so proud of her. So proud of her. Then in the bottom was the Widow Von Du and Jan. They sang This Is My Night by Shaka Khan. I love Jan. I love her. But I knew when they said I said the Widow Von Du was going to eat this girl up. Yep, that's what's going to happen. It was over before it even started. And Jan being Jan, Jan, tried to throw everything. Instead of listening to the song and taking all of her feelings over the last 48 hours and throwing it into a powerful, emotional lip sync, she threw every trick in the kitchen sink at this lip sync to try and put flair into it where flair did not need it to be. Meanwhile, the Widow Von Du was over there giving you very much, bitch, get into my mouth, get into these emotions, get into this Chi-Chi Tavain, Latrice Royale, I'm standing here emoting, giving you, this is my night and you gonna pick me and I'm that bitch and get into this. Without a whole bunch of flair, without a whole bunch of movement. The most flair that the Widow Von Du was, she did a spin where she spun out of her overskirt. And then at the end with the big note, she did a back bend into that big note, and which was appropriate for the Widow. Bitch. But you ate last night, mama. They ain't had no choice but to pick you. Shantae, you stay, girl. Now, unfortunately, Jan is gone, baby. And now I don't even have, and I'm very sad I didn't see my fierce Brock ally in this episode. They could have stuck her in there somewhere with this FabFit. She could have bought in the FabFit fun boxes. Listen, I'm here for Dahlia Sin being in every episode in that fucking broccoli costume. When it's appropriate, bring her back. Yeah, that is, listen, next week, I don't know. Gigi got a little, listen, Karma is a swift and mean bitch. You was just on your high horse and giving Heidi shit. And then, whoa, next week, you on the bottom getting bad critiques, boo. Don't feel too good, do it. Not at all. Not at all. But that's it for my review of RuPaul's Drag Race. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.